So good morning friends, welcome to PD classes. Today an important session for those who are preparing for computer teacher interview, and I hope this NVS computer teacher where I am going to ask many technical round questions will definitely be fruitful to all the teachers. And I believe over both channels, PD classes and intro guide, you will be watching both channels for teacher interviews. And at the last of this intro, I will be giving a dynamic tip will definitely be fruitful for all my students. So first of all, I welcome Mr. Vikas.
Thank you, sir.
Vikas, you are from Rewa.
Yes, sir.
Okay, तो यहाँ पर मैं आपको मोनिका से मिलाना चाहूँगा.
Hello,
She is from Haryana and she has come for chemistry interview.
Oh,
okay,
that's great.
And next we have Mr. Sandeep. Sandeep is also from Haryana, from Jhajjar, and Madam Monica is from Chakidadri. Mr. Sandeep is for economics lecturer. Okay, today is first day, so I want that he should also see that how you are giving this interview. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay, Mr. Vikas. First of all, I want some technical round questions from you.
Okay, sir.
So, what is object-oriented programming?
Sure, sir. Sir, object-oriented programming is a new programming paradigm which is used in modern programming languages. It is a language. It's a paradigm which is used for the developing application to the bound with the object. Here we design the classes and bind the functions and their properties together, which is called the data binding. And further, we only need to create object, and further we only have to call the functions.
Okay, Monica madam, please ask question.
Sir, why you choose NVS?
Basically, I am preparing for many government jobs, but luckily I have got selected in NVS. So now my motive is to work as a sincere person and with dedication to the NVS.
Mr. Vikas, what is the difference between procedure-oriented and object-oriented programming?
Sir, procedure-oriented programming is a classical way of programming where we have to write each and every code in a sequential manner.
Okay.
But with the help of object-oriented programming, it reduces the time of writing the code, and we can fastly write any code. And another good thing is also of object-oriented programming is that it is much safer than procedure-oriented programming.
Okay. And what is the use of class in OOPS as you stated?
Yeah, sir. Class is a user-defined data type. Basically, it is used to bind the functions and data together. Further, we can inherit the class also, and we can create the object of class very easily. And further, we can use the object for making the options whatever we have defined inside the class.
Can you explain superclass?
Bilkul, no.
Please.
Sure, sir. Superclass is also a class which is treated as a parent class for other class.
Okay.
When the multiple classes have the same type of properties, then we create superclass and write down common properties over there. Then further we can simply inherit the class and another class will use that property without any problems.
Okay, Mr. Vikas, what is SDLC?
So SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle.
Okay.
It is the set of steps whatever we take during the development of any application, any website or any product. The main common steps of SDLC is that first of all we have to do planning, then we have to make the designing, then analysis, then go through with the implementation, and then post implementation, and then testing.
What is the use of RDBMS?
RDBMS is a branch of DBMS. It stands Relational Database Management System.
Okay.
It is a backbone of any application. All the data whatever we create for our application are maintained by the RDBMS.
What is SQL?
SQL is a programming language. Basically, it's a non-procedural language which is used inside the RDBMS. It facilitates us to access the data either in front end or at back end.
Okay, what is the difference between file and database?
Sir, any data that is saved inside the computer can be called as a file.
Okay.
So file is any existence of data inside the hard disk. But in case of database, so database is a relational, store the data in relational manner, especially on the form of tables. Relational database can also work as a backend tools, and it provides the services for various front-end tools like .NET, Java, PHP, Python, and so many things. And database is much faster than file.
What is abstract class?
Okay, so abstract class is a type of superclass.
Okay.
But only difference between abstract class and another type of superclass is that we can never create the object of abstract class. Okay. As the name suggests, it's a hidden type of class. It can only be used with the help of inheritance, and only subclass or child class can access the properties of abstract class.
Okay, tell me some difference in C and C++.
Okay, sure, sir. C++ is a modern approach of programming, whereas C is a classical approach of programming. C is based on procedural oriented programming paradigm, whereas the C++ based on the object oriented programmings. Basically, syntax is much similar to C and C++, but C++ provides us the functionality of procedure oriented programming as well as the property of object oriented programming also.
What is artificial intelligence and how it is different from machine learning?
Sure, sir. Artificial intelligence is a modern programming approach where we create such type of machine which are able to think like a human.
Okay.
So it is much helpful for solve the critical problems.
Okay.
But if we talk about the machine learning or deep learning, it's also further branch of artificial intelligence. Here we train machine in such a way that it can learn itself also.
Okay.
For example, let's take an example. We are going to inside a road, and unfortunately if we slipped or because of any obstacle, so next time we make the much attention over that particular obstacle. So this is an example of machine learning.
Okay.
It always learned with previous mistakes.
Mr. Sandeep, one question please.
Yes, sir. What are your hobbies?
Sir, my hobbies are that I love reading spiritual books, and I love programming. I love web development. I love to meet new people.
What are the different types of access modifiers?
Access modifiers are basically keywords that specify the range of data or the limitation of data where they can be accessed or not accessed. So access modifier can be different in different programming languages. Especially if I talk about the Java, then there are three basic access modifier which are private, public and protected. Private limits the data and we can't use the data outside of class, whereas public data allow us to access the data anywhere outside of class with the help of object, whereas protected exists between the private and protected, and it can be only at the limited place.
What is the difference between DDL and DML commands?
DDL, DML both are the part of SQL command.
Okay.
DDL, at the name suggests, it's a data definition language, and it support us to create a structure for the database. But when we talk about the maintenance of data or the manipulation of data, then we go with the DML command. So it provides the features for the accessing data, deleting data, modifying the data, and such type of thing can be done with the help of DML.
Okay. Yes, Monica, any question from your side?
Sir, if you are fighting, two students are fighting in a class,
Yeah.
then how to handle this situation?
Sure, ma'am. If students are fighting, so first of all, I will try to find the reason why they are fighting, because they are very innocent person. So I don't think there is a very big reason for the fighting. There are small bit reason.
Right.
So I try to remove that bit reason, and I politely and sympathetically understand their problems, and I resolve this problem very easily, I think.
I want your complete introduction.
Sure, sir. Sir, my name is Vikas Pathak, as you know, and I'm much similar to my name. I'm very compatible and I love challenges. I belong to Rewa, Madhya Pradesh, which is known as the land of tigers. I completed my graduation in Bachelor of Computer Application, and I have completed post-graduation with MCA and MSc CS both. My MCA was from Punjab Technical University, and I have completed MSc CS from Makhala Chaturvedi University with 76%.
Okay.
Then I served as a computer teacher in more than 10 years in different types of professional training centers, and recently I am working as a PGT in a senior secondary school since 2021. During my career as a PGT, I actually realized my actual strength, and now I am looking forward for becoming a successful teacher in a prominent and prestigious institution.
Wonderful. Any special strength which matches NVS?
So I am very punctual. I am much particular about my schedule. I don't like to waste any time on unproductive work.
Wonderful. I hope now it's the right time to give some tip to my students, those who are going for NVS interviews. See, just now you have seen that the interview which I have taken from the candidate was totally in English, and I suggest for interviews like computer, if you are going for any science interview, I prefer that you should have good command. I don't suggest that you should give the complete interview in English, but at least you should have a good command. So if possible, interviewer can ask you that you can give your demo in English, or they can ask your introduction in English. At that time, you should not fumble at all. This is only a best tip which I think you must gain. So I'm proud of you, really, Vikas. Keep it up. Blessings.
Thank
to
you, sir.
Vikas.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.